What is up, guys? Welcome back to SavageCamp. This is your boy Vishu, and in this video we are going to learn about writing into a file. So if I open back our file, in the last video we learned about opening a file in a read-only mode, and we used these methods. We used the open method to open a file. We used the read method to read a file, and you put a number in here. The Python IO reader, which is the input output reader, will only read that many characters if you specify a number. If you don't specify a number, the default is -1, which means it would read the whole file. The next one is read line, which will read the line until it finds a /n, which is this character. Until it finds the /n, which means a new line, this is going to read the line. Read lines will read the whole file and put it in a list separated by elements that end in /n. And now let's do write and close. So every time you open a file, you should always close it. It's a good practice. When Python tells the operating system to write or read a file, it is working on it. So after the work is completed, always close the file. Now we are using open and close methods. There's also another way to open files in which the Python interpreter would automatically close it. This video is about writing to a file, writing and appending. So first we'll start with write. Instead of starting with write, right now I don't have any other files. So what I will do is say write file is equal to open, and I don't have a file, but I will say write.txt and w plus. So what happens if I do w? So we don't have a file, and if I try to run this, let me comment this out so it doesn't print, and here you will see a write.txt file. So the write method, w method, is going to open a file for writing. Now let's write something into it. So what if I write the number 1? Let's try to run this, and it says that write argument must be string, not integer. One thing that I forgot that you should never do is my_file.close, because we finished working on the input file, and write file.close because we finished writing the file. So 1 cannot be written inside the file. I can double click, it is empty, and the reason behind that is because it is not a string. So if I do 1, you will see that there's no output, but if I open write.txt, you will see the letter 1. So I can write first line and run this. Now we have the write method, so it is going to overwrite the 1. So let's run, and you will see first line over here. So it is overwriting. What happens if I do A and I do second line? Now I want you to pay attention, because we are now going to append the second line over here. And if I run this, you will see second line right over here. It did not come on the second line number. It came over here, and that is because it will start wherever it ended. So if I want this to come on the second line, I will write this. And if I run this now, you will see second line in the second line. And if I want to append, I will do third line, and this is going to write the third line. And what else do we have? Append plus is also creating a file if it does not exist. So I can do a plus, and here I will say write_append, and right click and run, and here you will see write_append, and I can open, and there's a /n, which is this, and then there's the third line. So this is how you write into a file, and the easier way is with open, and you say input, not input, write .txt, and then I say w, and then I give a variable. So I'm saying with open file, this whole file as writer, and then a colon. So I'm saying that open this whole file as writer, and then I'm going to say for number in range, let's do 1000. I will say writer dot write, and I will put string, so str of number, because we cannot write integers. So what this does is it will open the file as writer in the writer variable, and it will run a range function that goes until 1000, and for every number from 0 to 999 it is going to write the string version of the number. So let's run this, and I think it is done. Oh, so it is actually done, and you can see what a mess it is. And the reason behind that is, again, we did not put /n. I will say actually like this, string of number, and then here I'll put /n. So now after printing every number, it is going to go to the next line, and this with variable is going to close the file. So I don't need to write this. And now it finished, and let's go to write, and you will see the whole numbers until 999. So this is how you write to a file, and if you want, you can do 1000 to 2000, and we will open this in a append mode, so it will write after 999. And let's try to run this, and it ran. If I go to our write, so here you will see the new numbers added over here. So that is how you append to a file and write to a file. In the next video, I will introduce you to functions, and we will write some small programs.